Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for the Toronto Maple Leafs goalie coach.
How's it going, Trav?
There's all my change I gotta use up. I'm really sorry.
There you go.
That is a lot of hockey cards. Also, the fact that they gave them to me in like one of these like muffin donut bags has gotta be like the most Canadian thing I've seen all week. I fly out to London first thing tomorrow morning. I got a 5 a.m. flight, Winnipeg to Toronto, Toronto to London. London, I'm getting picked up by Steve McKeegan. Steve McKeegan is the former goalie coach for the Toronto Maple Leafs from a couple years back. And I'm gonna be skating with him for about 5 days, 5-6 days, and he's gonna be helping to sharpen up my game before I head out to Columbus for the season. Good, are you, man?
Hockey school stuff, my NHL stuff.
Yeah, Andrew Raycroft.
Eddie's feather spelled the word eagle. Not a lot of people know that. The letters spelled eagle in his helmet.
E-A-G-L-E.
Yeah,
No way.
and BW is for Bishop, which is the paint job guy, and Warwick is a mask, so BW, that's what that stands for. We beat Pittsburgh, and then Telquist gave me the puck after the game.
Why did he give you the puck and not keep it?
He kept his first one he got in the NHL, but the second one he just gave to me. And I've never ever asked Eddie for autographs, but he gave me he just gave me that one day.
I gotta say, I always was a fan more of the blue setup than the white setup.
Yeah, I like that. And then that's the night I was with him. He passed Terry Sawchuk for career wins in the NHL.
That's the jersey from your debut?
Jersey, yeah. And that's what an NHL contract looks like. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those bad boys before. My dad witnessed it at the bottom, and Pat Quinn signed it. Anytime you have any questions or you want to take a break or whatever, we're not trying to get you to the NHL tomorrow. We're trying to get you ready for camp. Just pivot and just land back on the RVH, okay, and then pop right back up to your feet and then repeat it. So we'll do 3 off of this post. Technical opinion that I have with related to toe bridge, boot break, whatever, it's whatever you like, whatever you're consistent with. They both have different advantages and different disadvantages. And I have some goalies that will do one way on this post and one way on the other side because they like it one way on one side, whatever works for you. Now, when you go skate on post, the one weakness, put your skate on there for 1 second. The one weakness with skate on the post is on loose pucks around the net, guys can pitchfork that in because there's not a lot of grip on the post, but you can detach and get off it quicker. Landing consistently, toe bridge on there, if you're really good and consistent, that's a decent way, but it's pretty hard to hit that thing all the time. Yeah. And then the other thing is with boot break, you get your hip a little closer to the post, so you seal up a little more hole. It's a lot more closed position, but slightly harder to pull off of it. So each has its strengths, coverage-wise and detachment-wise. You have to decide which one you like and which one you're not getting lit up on. I wish I had your size when I was your age.
Nice.
You fill a lot of space.
I got a busted palm in here.
Yeah.
So anything I'm catching in there is just...
I'm gonna have you start off at the top of the crease. And what Matt's gonna do is pass down to me at the side of the net. I'm gonna basically cradle it for a second and then send it right back to him. First one, Matt, we'll get him to autograph it for you. All right. That's it. 2 more. was a guy that made a living in the NHL named Jussi Jokinen. He would always carry the puck in front of him, and he would either quickly go 16 inches or he would do the postage stamp, and he would only do one of the other. When you see a guy that sets the puck up in front of him, like Matt did briefly there, we got to be prepared when he adjusts to open the stick, just that little incremental push over to square up to him so he can't get that 16-incher. And even NHL guys, you'll be challenged to find one looking up at you when they shoot a backhand. Matt, he's got equipment on. You can shoot it hard, eh? Yep. That's it. Look at that. And finish with a nice gut trap. All right. That's it. Keep going. Nice, good dive, excellent push. Good. And it's always funny, I found, that no matter what type of conditioning you do off the ice, it helps to a great degree. But the on-ice conditioning is something completely different, isn't it?
No way to simulate it.
You can't simulate it.
My name's Steve McKeegan, former goalie coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Dan Caradona, do you miss Andrew Raycroft?
No, it's the honest answer, and it is funny. Like there's not much more need to be said. Like I don't go through the whole day wondering, I wish Andrew was here helping me.
Oliver Reed-Banks, what do you recommend to goalies who are trying to take the next big step in hockey?
Depends on your age and a lot of those issues, but it also depends on your height. So the average NHL goalie is 6'2". So if you're looking to play in the NHL, you want to make sure you're a good size goalie. So you got to kick your butt off the ice harder than you do on the ice and make sure you're good size. And those two things will help you get to the next step.
Dan LaRocachelle, what technique has evolved the most since you began coaching?
I'd say puck handling's got way more refined since I started. And it's now about puck possession, less about firing it off the glass and quick ups. It's more about maintaining puck possession.
St. Bruce, have you ever eaten 36 nugs?
I haven't had 36 nugs. I have had 36 Crown Royals though.
Is the poke check still a good move in game situation? It's funny because we were just talking about that last night.
Poke check is an exceptional tool to have in your arsenal, that it could be used. It's known that you might have it and it might come out, so that forwards don't get in too tight on you. But it's not something you want to overuse and telegraph it. But it's certainly a tool that it makes sense to have in your toolbox. If you don't, you're really hamstringing yourself.
Chad Brinson, Steve, you're a fucking beauty. Ask him how he enjoyed his time in St. John's for Leafs training camps.
I absolutely love St. John's, Newfoundland. It's God's country, and I kissed the puffin more than once.
How can I teach myself to be a better goalie? I don't have access to a goalie coach.
I think what you can do is study a lot of game videos online with the NHL and try to ask yourself what's going on in each scoring chance. What did the goalie do well? Why did it go in? Why did the goalie stop it? And try to identify their position in the net and successful outcomes and when things don't go their way. So
does a narrower stance give you more coverage in net over a wider?
That will depend on where the puck is in relation to the net. On the poor angles, the shooting triangle is so small, so you don't need to be as wide in your stance because you're covering parts of the net that aren't needed to be covered. So it varies depending on where the puck is in relation to the net.
When to use the RVH and VH? This is going to be a good question.
A lot of guys like to use the RVH or VH differently, one post or the other. Some goalies will use one on one post and one on the other post depending on their comfort. But typically, my belief is that you should use it within a stick length only. And anything outside of stick length, it starts to get you into problems. It's a very passive position where you can just become a rebound generator or get puck sifted in by your ears. So just within a stick length is where you'd use the RVH for sure.
DeFigs asks, what are some suggestions you would give to goalies who want to take their game to the next level?
Outwork people off the ice and become strong in the three control elements equally. And that's positional, rebound, and puck handling control.
There's this place called Sideline Swap. sidelineswap.com as a matter of fact, and they have these amazing deals on pro return, new and used sport equipment. They actually have sales almost every week. Goalie sales, hockey player sales, jersey sales, stick sales, every sale you could possibly imagine. Some of the best pro return, new and used sport equipment pops up on there. I highly recommend you go to the website, get an account, go to sidelineswap.com, and I'll see you in the next video.